Hi, we're here today with Judge Gerard Lavelle, who's
Gerard Lavelle, actually,
Gerard.
but a common mistake.
And he's running for district court. So what division and what position are you running for?
Thank you, Mary. It is Division 11, and it's for family court. I've been serving as a judge in family court for the last 14 months, having been appointed in January of 2009.
So tell us a little bit about your family and your connections to the community.
Yes. I'm going to go back just one step further and then move up to the present. And that is that the notion of family has always been a central part of my life. I come from an immediate family of 9 children, and each of my parents had 9 children in their family. So I had scores, 20s and 30s of first cousins and aunts and uncles, and I've always been keenly aware of my role as a son, as a brother, as a nephew, as a grandson. And then professionally, I took on family as an interest and studied psychology at first. I got a bachelor's degree in psychology, and then I have a master's degree in psychology, and I got a law degree. And for the last 29 years, I've practiced primarily family law, and that's what I'm practicing now as a family court judge. So I am familiar with family court issues from top to bottom, and I've devoted my entire personal life and family life to it. Personally, I have 4 children, all raised in Albuquerque. All have attended Albuquerque public schools. I'm proud to say I have 3 graduates of Albuquerque High School, and all 3 are in either graduate school or college at this time. And I have a son who's a junior at Albuquerque High School, and all the children are doing quite well. And my wife, Dr. Kathy Drake, is an emergency room doctor and has been taking care of patients in various emergency rooms in Albuquerque for the last 23 years. In terms of community involvement, most of my time, free time, the last 23 years has been spent coaching youth athletics. In fact, I've coached over 750 youth athletic events, both boys and girls. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. And I've coached baseball, basketball, and soccer. As I said, over 750 actual games. So that equates to thousands of practices over those times. And in fact, I still coach baseball at Albuquerque High School. I coach the summer American Legion baseball team at Albuquerque High School. So that's my last coaching gig, but that's still going on. I and Kathy have also been very, very involved in the Albuquerque public schools as volunteers, teaching literacy, reading with the children, writing with the children. I have a hobby of writing poetry with children, and I started that when my oldest child, who's now 23, when she was in first grade, and 1 hour a week I would go and we would write poetry with the children. And I've done that with all of my children, and I've done it at middle school and high school as well. But it's actually led to a bit of a hobby for me, that every morning since my children have been in school, it started out as writing a little note on their napkin, a little poem on their napkin, and we called it napkin poetry. And when I found out that each day the teacher would gather the children around and they would read the note for that day, and typically it was something topical having to do with something that was going on in school that day. They would read that and got a big kick out of it, so I continued to do that, and I continue to do it now, although I do it electronically now because 3 of the 4 are gone away to school. So now every morning I write a poem. It could be 2 lines, it could be 8 lines, it could be a page, and it's typically about something going on in their lives or our lives today, and send it out and get comments, and so it's started as a little bit of a hobby, and it's turned into a lifelong avocation, which I thoroughly enjoy.
What would you say best qualifies you for the position you hold right now?
Okay. I already mentioned my education in psychology. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in psychology. And after that, I have devoted 29 years of my professional life, all of my professional life essentially, to studying family law issues, family dynamics, psychological dynamics, and I think that the thing that qualifies me most, and I've represented people with millions of dollars, and I've represented people who couldn't afford the filing fee in court, so they were below poverty level. And I've never turned down a case in terms of representing people. And I've represented a lot of people who otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford a family law lawyer. I've been appointed in many, many cases over the years to be guardian ad litem, that is to represent children in the middle of a contentious custody case. And I've done that many times for no compensation. So I am familiar with all of the issues faced by all of the parties that come through family court, whether they're poor or rich. And I know where the solutions are. I know that people come into court, they're scared, they're disappointed, they're angry, they are sometimes at the point of despair, that there is no solution to their problems. And because of my 29 years of experience, I know that there are solutions to family law issues, and I know where to look for them, I know where to find them, and I know where to direct people. And I bring people in for hearings quickly because they're all emergencies. To people who are going through it, everything is an emergency. So I make the courtroom available, get people in quickly, give them a decision, and try to get them toward resolution. And so I think that's the thing that qualifies me most, is there's not a thing that I've seen in the last 14 months that I haven't seen hundreds of times before. And I know how to get to a resolution.
Okay. And the last thing we'll do is give you an opportunity to ask the voters for their vote.
I would humbly and respectfully request that the voters give me their vote for a district court judge. I will be on the ballot, the Democratic primary ballot, on June 1st, 2010. Early voting starts May 4th. So when you go to the polls, I would appreciate your vote and your consideration, and keeping in mind that I am devoted, I have been devoted for 29 years to family law issues. I intend to be devoted to family law issues for the rest of my career, and I think I am best suited to serve that career out on the family court bench, because I think that I'm the best person for the job this year. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time with us today.